Most people install doorbell cameras to feel safer. They want to see packages, missed deliveries, the occasional raccoon at night. They don't expect the camera to watch something that doesn't behave like a person. The video came from a Ring doorbell. Suburban house, single family, 2 cars in the driveway, fresh snowfall. The timestamp starts at 11:48 p.m. The porch light is on. At the edge of the frame, someone is already standing there. At first glance, it looks normal. A tall figure, dark clothing, hands down at the sides, no movement. People in the comments assumed the camera just activated late, that the person had just walked up, but the metadata shows the camera had been recording continuously for several minutes before the clip was saved. The figure was already there, waiting. Snow falls steadily, large flakes. They pass through the figure's outline, not dramatically, not like a glitch, just uninterrupted, as if the snow doesn't recognize it as solid. The homeowner didn't see the footage until morning. They slept through the night. No alerts, no motion notifications. The camera didn't trigger once. Not when the figure appeared, not when the porch light flicked on automatically, not when the figure's head tilted slightly upward toward the lens. At 12:07 a.m., the porch light brightens. The figure doesn't react. At 12:14, the light turns off. The figure remains. Snow builds up on the steps, on the railing, but not on the figure. Its shoulders stay dark, dry, unchanged. The camera angle is fixed, but as the night goes on, something feels wrong with the framing. The figure appears closer, not by stepping forward, but by occupying more of the image, as if the camera's sense of distance is failing. At 1:03 a.m., the figure moves, barely. Its head shifts, not turning, tilting. The angle is wrong for a neck, too smooth, too deliberate. The motion lasts less than a second, then stillness again. The snow keeps falling. The homeowner said later that this was the moment that made them feel sick, not because it moved, but because the movement looked like it was adjusting, like it realized the camera was there. Between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m., nothing else happens. No knocking, no doorbell, no pacing, just standing. The camera captures the same frame again and again. The timestamp is the only thing that changes. At 2:41 a.m., a car passes on the street. Headlights sweep across the porch. The figure casts no shadow. The light washes over it like it's not there, but the camera still shows its outline perfectly. At 3:17 a.m., the porch light turns on again. This time, it stays on. The figure's face should be visible now, but there are no features. Not darkness, not blur, just an absence where details should be, like the camera refuses to render it. The homeowner's bedroom window faces the front yard. At 3:52 a.m., the camera records something new. The figure's head lifts, slowly, deliberately, and it looks directly into the lens, not at the door, not at the house, at the camera. People who watched the footage frame by frame noticed something else: the reflection. In the glass of the door behind the figure, faint but visible, the camera catches the reflection of the living room, dark, empty, and on the couch, 2 shapes, reclined, unmoving, sleeping. At 4:11 a.m., the snow intensifies, visibility drops. The figure becomes harder to see, not because it's leaving, but because the snowfall is finally thick enough to hide it. For a moment, it almost looks gone. Then the wind shifts, and it's still there, unchanged. At 4:32 a.m., the clip ends, not with motion, not with the figure leaving. The video just stops. The next recorded event is at 6:18 a.m. Sunrise, empty porch, fresh snow, no footprints, none. Not leading up to the door, not leading away. The snow is smooth, untouched. The homeowner assumed it was a glitch, corrupted footage, a reflection, anything that would make sense. They posted the video online, asking if anyone had seen something similar. They expected jokes. Instead, the comments filled with timestamps, people pointing out details they hadn't noticed, the head tilt, the lack of shadows, the way the figure seemed closer at the end. Then someone asked a question that made them stop reading. Did you check the indoor cameras? They hadn't. They checked. The living room camera shows nothing unusual. No movement, no entry. But the timestamp is wrong. From 11:49 p.m. to 4:31 a.m., the footage exists, but it's silent. No audio track at all. Not muted, missing. And once every few minutes, the camera makes a slight automatic adjustment, as if trying to focus on nothing. The bedroom camera is worse. It shows the bed, two people sleeping, unmoving. At 3:52 a.m., the same time the figure looked into the doorbell camera, the bedroom camera zooms in, not digitally, physically. The lens shifts, centering on the homeowner's face, holding there for 6 minutes. The homeowners took the cameras down the next day, disconnected everything. They told themselves it was paranoia, internet hysteria. But that night, before they went to bed, they noticed something. The porch light was on. They hadn't turned it on. They turned it off, went to sleep. In the morning, there were no alerts, no footage. But when they checked the Ring app, there was a new saved clip, time-stamped 2:03 a.m. Duration 001. The thumbnail shows the porch, empty, except for one thing, a shadow, cast upward, as if something tall was standing just below the camera, looking up. The clip won't play, the app crashes every time, but the thumbnail doesn't disappear. And every time they open the app, the shadow is closer. People still share the original video. It gets reposted every winter, especially after heavy snowstorms. Someone always comments, "Fake." Someone else always replies, "Then explain why my camera did the same thing." And buried deep in those threads, you'll find newer posts from different accounts, different states, different houses, all saying the same thing. It didn't knock, it didn't ring, it just stood there. And one last line, always written like an afterthought, "I don't think it was there for the door." Because doorbell cameras don't just watch doors, they watch who's home, they watch who's asleep, and sometimes they watch something waiting patiently in the snow, learning exactly where to look next.